Hi, I'm Kathleen McDonough. I'm a Pilates Method Alliance certified Pilates instructor and physical therapist. And what I'd like to share with you this morning is some up-to-the-minute research about biomechanics of running and safest practices for running and what that has to do with us as Pilates teachers and our clients who run. So, let's get started. First of all, in this workshop we're going to cover what the most current research is regarding running practices, and then how that relates to how you teach your clients who run. We will review the factors that contribute to running injuries and the science that examines those injuries, and thus outline what best running practices are. We're then going to go over how those practices relate to Pilates exercises and the method. And this lecture came out of attending a number of workshops and conferences with some of the best biomechanics researchers on running in the country. Irene Davis, who's from the Spalding Running Center at Harvard, Brian Heiderscheit, who's at University of Wisconsin-Madison, Chris Powers, who's at USC Biomechanics Lab, and Rich Souza, who runs the UCSF Run Safe program. So they've all been doing a fair amount of research on this on minimalist running particularly. And when they first started doing the research, minimalist running was very, very controversial. And there was a lot of uproar about how it was going to be unsafe and would cause a lot of injuries. But then as the research has come in, it's been fairly well represented that actually minimalist running is going to be more healthy for our clients who run. She's got nice core support. So the exercise itself, she's got good support here. She's got a whole body engagement from her standing leg out through the crown of her head. But then what goes on at the foot here? So she's going to lower the heel and really let it stretch down, and then she's going to point up. So this is kind of a nice place to see what's happening in the foot with their control as they point and flex. Great. So another one of my favorite exercises to use with my runners to give them a better sense of the support of the intrinsic musculature of the foot is the toe gizmo. And you can do this with my clients. I usually have a big supply of broccoli bands around so that they can take something home that's very similar to the toe gizmo. So you take it and you slip it all the way into the crotch of the toe and give it a little bit of a lift. And what I'm going to have Tamar do is pick up, let the toe come up, maybe even just the big toe come up, and then tap it down, and to tap the pad of the toe down against the resistance of the toe gizmo. And what we're looking for here is an engagement of the arch, maybe an engagement of some of the muscles of the great toe itself, so that she can lift the arch as she presses the toe down without an over-engagement of her long toe flexors. Great, and we can take this exercise and also progress it to the other toes. So I can slip it between here, and then we can see how truly coordinated she is with her toes. Can she just allow one of the toes to come up and then press down with the pad of the toe? Yeah, and you can do this with a grouping of toes, and that's just one of the exercises with the toe gizmo. So the other thing I really like to use is the foot corrector. And this is a centerline foot corrector, but Balanced Body makes one of them, and so does Peak Pilates. I think Gratz makes one as well. So we can do several things on the foot corrector, and what we're looking for is, again, to get more flexibility and use of the whole foot, not just at the ankle, not just at the long muscles of the toes that actually live up in the calf. So she's got her heel on the back side, her toes are across the top, and she's going to curl the foot over and draw that paddle towards her using the arch of her foot, and then let it come up and let her toes splay out. Curl it over, draw it under, lifting the arch and splaying the toes out. Beautiful. And again, we're trying to, with all of our Pilates exercises, we're trying to make sure that she's got good support in her standing leg, that she's got good support and lift of all of her leg muscles clear up to where her psoas comes way up in through here, and how that relates to her upper body out the crown of her head. And then she's going to curl her heel around and then let her heel stretch up.